Yeah, you just take off 4 or 5 screws holding the back panel. You take it off and use the potting knife to pry here both side, and this will come off. Yeah, this will come off. When you come off, you have access to the water valve, and I'll be using this torque screw to take off the water valve. Then I'll work on the water valve to see what's wrong with it. You keep on having this constant dripping even when it's not running. Now the water valve is right here. You can easily take it off, but take note of your connectors, how the red is connected to the red side of it and the blue to the blue side of it when coupling back, okay? I'm going to use a flat head screwdriver to pry the cold side of the solenoid, to pry out from here. You just need to apply a little bit of elbow power to achieve that. It's a little bit tough, but I think with time you'll be able to do that. So I'm able to pry it up to this level. I'm going to use my hand to pull it all out. You see the red side is still closed, solenoid is still attached, and the cold water side is a little bit pried out, but I'm going to use my hand to pull it off. Yeah, with a little wiggling back and forth, I was able to pry it all out. So I'm going to bring out this out now, so that I'll be able to see what's inside here, if it needs cleaning or something. I'll be using this to put it here where you have the metal part of it and try to turn it anti-clockwise to open it. I know the first few turns might be difficult, but still need to give it a try. Try it to open it. So I was able to open the first lock, came out. So this is what it is inside. That's how it looks inside. So we're going to look for gunks and anything that is preventing it from not closing properly, so we can clean it and see how it works. So I was able to take off this, and this is how it is inside. So I'm going to bring out this to make sure that the openings is not filled with gunk, and I'll clean it and I'll couple it back and see if it's able to stop the dripping. Okay, this diaphragm has like 6 little openings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the main opening at the middle. So I'm going to see if it is clogged up, but it's not looking too nice though. Looks as if it has deformed due to usage. But I'll still go to clean it and see if it is open or closed. Make sure it's clean. Then I'll couple it back and see if it works. Okay, I did some cleaning on this valve here. This inlet valve, strainer or inlet strainer. Did a lot of cleaning, a lot of hot water passing through, a lot of gunk came out of it. And you can see from how it's connected from the inside. So it's time to couple it back and see how it goes. I'll let you know. And one interesting thing I should note that when coupling this to this, make sure it is airtight as much as possible. Try to make sure that this O-ring is well seated around the piston holder, so that you get a good seal, so that the possibility of water leaking out from there will be eliminated. So let's go ahead and couple it up. They were able to use the long nose plier to finish the job to see it's well sealed and well seated. So we'll continue with the coupling knives to put the solenoid attached back here. And it's important to know that there's a groove here. So the solenoid should be, the groove on the solenoid should match on both sides. Okay, something to note, when you tighten this piston area, when you tighten it and you blow air with your mouth through here, and you're hearing as if air is passing through, you just have to tighten it back. At least that's for a start. Because if the air pressure from your mouth can pass through this inlet here, that means the water pressure can still pass through and continue leaking. So that's a very good start. Tighten this area very well. With your with your long nose plier, put it in this groove and tighten it. Blow air. If you don't hear any air passing through, that's a good start. So now I want to install the solenoid. I'll put the solenoid, this one here, and put it down here. Manually, handling, just with elbow grease, elbow power. This is how it's looking. So now we just install it back, reconnect all the harnesses the way it was, and we'll give it a shot. Back. I'm using a Torx screwdriver, T20. Install it. Man, hey guys, I just have to drop this phone to do this. So while I'm already here, I'll just do some little housekeeping. Clean all the scum from soap, detergent. Looking clean. It's time to install the control panel. It has a groove. You see this here? We'll put this first, then we'll push in this other side. Both side. And make sure it's the same here. Yep. So we push it backward. And the same, push it backward. Oops. Yee-hoo! It is in. So we'll close the control panel, the back side of it, and we'll give it a try. Close the control panel side, connect the water hose, and give it a run and see how it goes. During my coupling, I noticed that my hose does not have a strainer, so I'm going to install this strainer to help the strainer that comes with the water valve. At least if this could be a routine maintenance where I clean this strainer for the water valve to work properly, I think that's the best option. So I'm installing a new strainer. I took off the old O-ring without the strainer on it, and I'm replacing it with an O-ring with a strainer. the hot water side. So what I did, I turned the water a little bit on to fill the hose with water rather than air to reduce air passing through, because it's not designed for air. The valves are designed for with water. So just trying to reduce the amount of water, the amount of air that passes through the valves. So I fill the hose with water, and I'm installing the cold water side now. The water hose has been connected, and previously, even just with the water hose connected, you'll be hearing the drop, continuous dropping. But right now, it's not dropping, but I have to run it. After it's complete circle, I'll come back and I'll check it again to make sure the problem has been solved. I just had a pretty decent load, so I'll give it a test. After which we'll check if the water is still dropping. Okay. Yeah. After the wash, still dropping a little bit. All the same, thought it was educational. So if you learned something, just give it a thumbs up. Thanks.